rummaging through garbage bins, looking for small bottle caps. That's what the boy liked to do when he was bored during the day. At night, he would sleep beside the small hospital. They never chased him away, and when they had less patients, he was allowed to sleep on the benches. Well, the overnight nurse let him, but she was pretty sure the higher-ups wouldn't like it. She tried to bring him food, but he always said he was full. She tried to put him in a shelter for homeless kids, but he ran away 3 times. So now she just let him have a roof over his head at night and looked over his medical needs. When hungry, he would eagerly await beside a restaurant across the street. The chef gave him the leftovers when he had any. This took care of his dinner. For lunch, he would save some of the food in the sole piece of aluminum foil that he had and kept it behind a dumpster. The cold winter nights kept the food preserved. In the summers, he would only have lunch if the restaurant had leftovers to spare or when someone gave him food. He lived like a day fly. His struggles were the same, day after day after day. Nothing new happened to him. His only concerns were finding food tomorrow and how he would spend the next night if the hospital was busy. He also liked looking at the landscape from the hill at night. He would sleep under the stars when the benches were full or if the hospital was busy, his face illuminated by the moon. The only problem there was the itching he would have in the morning due to the pesky mosquitoes. What happened to his father was unknown to him. According to some, he was found on the streets, nestled between his dead mother's breasts, covered in rags, perhaps to keep him warm through the night. His mother died in childbirth. Soon after she delivered him all alone, she could sense her end and made sure he survived the night. Today, he was looking at a school, through the fences that surrounded it. He had always liked the idea of a school, studying, learning new things, but nature was his teacher, and Earth his classroom. He had the best teacher in the best room. Poverty wasn't his prison, it was his gateway to learning about the Earth. While he was looking through the fences, the security guards of the school came to chase him away. None of the students or the teachers liked him trespassing onto their property. The guards tried to shoo him away, but his eyes were fixed at an open window revealing a blackboard.
Go away, boy! This is private property!
They shouted, but he didn't listen to them. His eyes and ears lay firmly on his desires. The shouting approached him, closer than ever. He turned around to see what was happening and was frightened to see 2 guards running towards him. He was scared and dashed onto the streets. There was a loud screech and a thud. The vehicle had crushed him underneath its tires. His face was bloody, his abdomen torn. Both of his legs were disfigured. His ribcage broke and ruptured his lungs. Blood was flowing out profusely, but no one came to help him. Not the driver, not the guards, not the passerby. No one. He bled to his death. Right there on the streets. When he opened his eyes again, he could see his dead body crushed beneath the car. He felt very light, almost like air, and he was floating 5 feet above the ground. As soon as he digested this information, his eyes widened, his breaths got faster, and his body started to shiver.
Shh. Calm down.
Who's this?
I'm here to take you away from the suffering.
Take me where?
You'll see.
The boy heard as he started floating upwards towards the sky. He hadn't ever been this high before, but he wasn't afraid.
How are we talking? I don't have to move my lips at all.
We're communicating through our thoughts, child. We don't need a language to communicate. Your pure, unadulterated ideas are what I and what you can communicate with.
The voice paused.
It's the stupid writer who needs to transcribe this in English for the voice actors.
Before the boy could respond, he was blinded by the brightest light he had ever seen. But it didn't hurt. It merely drowned out every other color.
Why were you so happy on Earth, child?
Because I could play whenever I wanted.
Even inside the fences of of poverty?
I don't think that poverty put a fence around me. I think it let me understand what others couldn't.
There was a brief silence over this. The boy looked around, but still couldn't find the origin of the voice.
Where are we?
You're back to join me again, after playtime down there.
Am I the only one here?
For now, yes. But soon, more will join us.
Who?